back right now from the camera for you to see how big these really are. Hey mamas, this is Lissa with Mama Wears Many Hats, and today we're talking all the random crap they give you at the hospital once you spit out your kid. Hey mamas, I'm so glad you were able to join me today. If you are new to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. If you enjoy this video, like and ring that bell so you know when I put out new videos, which I do every week, Mondays and Fridays, and sometimes a surprise in between. You never know, you gotta stay tuned. So today I wanted to talk to you about postpartum in the hospital. I've seen a lot of videos like this, even with my third baby. I watched a lot of videos about postpartum care and all that kind of fun stuff. But today I wanted to tell you what you can really expect from the hospital. And most likely, I'm assuming this is fairly standard, what you can expect the hospital to provide for you. Now, I've seen videos where people are like, this is what's in my hospital bag. This is what I'm taking and I'm getting ready for my postpartum care. If you are a first-time mom, this is just my advice to you. You do you, boo. You do whatever works best for you. I want to highly encourage you. Watch some of those videos, take it with a grain of salt, think about who you are and how you tend to process and recover from things, and then find what works for you. Second time around, it'll be a lot easier. First time, you're gonna feel like you're missing something, all that kind of stuff, which is why I wanted to show you what the hospital is sending you home with. Now, the sad thing is, I still have this sucker. This is the bag that they had in my room for me. And then after I had my baby, and we're gonna go over what's in that. And while you are there, if you're staying in the hospital, most hospitals will provide these things for you throughout your stay. And then a lot of places, especially if you've been nice to your nurses, will bring you extras for you to take home. First thing that I know everyone is probably wondering about: mesh panties. Okay? Mesh panties right here. Now, I feel like I'm doing an unboxing. It's like a hospital bag unboxing. These are those panties that they tell you about. What? That doesn't look like panties. That looks like a handkerchief. Nope. These are mesh panties, yo. So you'll see, I think these are supposed to be like one size fits all, because they don't have a size on them. One size fits all. But they're pretty stretchy. I am a girthy girl, and they fit. So these are what they give you. Now, I highly recommend, some people will suggest bringing granny panties or whatever for postpartum. Guys, use these. Take them home, use them for a couple days while the bleeding's heaviest. Don't bother wasting money unless it's just something that makes you feel better, then do you. These are great, okay? To go in your mesh panties, they give you these ginormous, I want to do like a really cool unveiling, the world's largest pads. I don't even know if I can get far enough back right now from the camera for you to see how big these really are. Okay? They are huge. Huge, okay? Essentially, they're like a diaper that doesn't close that you're putting on. You take your mesh panties, you put those in there, and then they give you some other fun things to put in here. The one thing I don't think I have, oh, do I? Nope, those are not what I thought they are. I'll come back to this. So I think I actually did use all of my witch hazel. So I will put a picture in here, but the hospital should give you some witch hazel pads, which you will line up in the bottom of the pad. For the first couple hours, you're gonna be using one of these suckers, okay? This is another ginormous pad that is going in your ginormous pad. This is the perennial cold pad. So you're gonna break these up. I literally have saved these. I'm like, if someone has a hurt ankle, I wonder if I can use that on that. Oh, that's horrible, right? So you break them up, you go, break, 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 break. Shake it up like a glow stick. Like serious, you shake it up, there's stuff in there. And it's gonna get all cold and feel really good on your lady business. So you are gonna stick that. And then on top of this, you're going to spread out your witch hazel pads, which again are about this big. They're these little like cotton pads you use to take off your makeup, only they're thinner and they're soaking in witch hazel, which helps with inflammation and helps with any itching. So on top of your little freezer pad, you're gonna put like 3 or 4 of your witch hazel pads, and then you are going to very delicately try and slide that up to be your diaper. And you're gonna change these things pretty frequently because right after birth, if you've had a vaginal delivery, there is a substantial amount of blood. Not anything to be worried about. Heavier than a heavy period, but not nearly as heavy as, oh, I should be concerned that I'm bleeding out. So this is what you're getting in the hospital. For all the people who talk about it, I'm showing you, okay? So be prepared. Now, this is a little side note that I'm going to encourage you. I use this stuff in the hospital. With my first, I kept using this stuff and it was great. With my second, I got smart. Not saying people who don't do this aren't smart. I am not even joking. These are Depends. That's right. These are what people who are suffering with incontinence, which is not a funny situation at all. I'm not even gonna make a joke or make light of that. But when you are postpartum, these things are the best because they're super stretchy. You don't have to worry about it getting messy. A lot of times what I would even do, and this is probably gonna sound really gross, is I would still use a pad, like a normal size pad, and I would put it in here just to feel extra safe, and then I would continue to put my witch hazel on top of that. If there's one thing you're gonna buy for yourself random in preparation for having your baby, this is like the one thing I'd recommend. Depends were so convenient, so easy, and I didn't have to worry about stuff leaking out like I would if I was wearing smaller or normal panties. That is your big pad stuff, okay? Don't say I never told you anything. This is the real side of pregnancy. The hospital also provided disposable, absorbent, what are these called? Nursing pads. As your milk starts to come in the hospital, you are going to find that your body will just naturally let down and you will find yourself leaking. Completely normal. Hospital will provide you with this stuff. I honestly, in the hospital, didn't have much need for these. It was more like when I went home, I needed them because in the beginning, you're mostly just producing colostrum and it's a small little bit and your baby's nursing like all the time, if that is how you are perceived. But just know, if you weren't able to get nursing pads before you went to the hospital, they will give you some. There are also lots of tutorials out there if you are more of a naturally minded person and you want to make washable ones, totally can. I actually found some great shirts. I will see if I can find them and link them down below that had reusable nursing pads. The whole thing was a pad and you could pull them out and wash them, or you could just wash them in the shirt. I love those because then I didn't have to worry about wearing nursing pads. I could just wash them, switch them out, that kind of thing. If I were going out, I might still wear one just double short, but they were really helpful with that. Additionally, you are going to get a peri bottle, and I am so sorry I threw away my actual peri bottle from the hospital. So I have the one my husband got me for my birthday. That's right. He put together a little postpartum pack for me for my birthday because my birthday's October 6th and our son was due at the end of the month. So he got me the Mama Frida brand peri bottle. So I've kept that even though I probably won't have a use for it. I honestly liked the one from the hospital just as much, if not even a little more than this one. And I think this one's like $14. I will link it below. You're welcome to check it out. I know some people who like this one a lot better. As weird as it is, I like the clear one better. I will link this below for you, but know that your hospital provides you one. You don't need to get that ahead of time. If you're using that and you feel like you want to try this one out, really go ahead and try it out. They carry it at Target and stuff too, or Amazon. You can get that at Amazon. I'm gonna let you look up a tutorial on how to do that on your own. Your nurse should walk you through using that once you've had your baby. I will put a picture up of the actual one the hospital gives you. It's just a little clear bottle with a white lid. Fill it with warm water, spray, super helpful. That is what you do with the peri bottle, and the hospital again will give you one of those. So some stuff they're gonna give you for baby, actually I have one still in the package, is the ear ulcer syringe. Basically, this is for baby. They might give you a couple. With my son, he was the only one who did this. I guess he had a lot of amniotic fluid still that was coming up when he was born, my third one. So I actually ended up having to use this to help get a little liquid out because he would kind of start gagging, which neither of my other two did that. If it happens, just talk to the nurses. It's probably totally normal. You suck it in and you stick it in their little mouth, pull it out. If they, same thing if they have anything in their nose, amniotic fluid, this can be used to. I also have the nose Frida and I use that for my children after I get home, but these are nice to kind of have just in case or around. Oddly enough, with Milo, this has worked better on his nose than the nose Frida did. The nose Frida worked better on my other two children. So you will get those as well. Let me see what else is in here, if I'm forgetting anything. What the hospital is going to provide for your baby is little packages of newborn diapers. This is actually from the hospital. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen a newborn one in forever. You guys, my son is 5 months old. He's in size 2 now. And really I should move him up to size 3. I'm just trying to not waste diapers. This is a newborn diaper. This is size 2. And these are so big on them when they're born. Oh my gosh. Your hospital will give you these. Ask for packs as you're leaving. Remember, do not be afraid of taking those home with you. You are paying for your stay. Your insurance is paying for your stay. You've earned them, okay? So the same thing, wipes, you should get wipes as well. Don't feel like you need to bring diapers because they will provide them for you. My hospital does Huggies little snugglers, and these are actually the ones I've stayed with until my kids have been in sizes that Huggies doesn't make them little snugglers anymore. I really like them. They're great because you'll see right here, they actually come down. And this is for the umbilical cord. So highly recommend these, and my kids haven't had any allergic issues with them. That's diapers. When you're there, they will provide you with plenty of receiving blankets. I actually left those in my room. Let me go get one, hold on. All right, some places have really cute ones with animals. Mine has this print that makes me think of like Moses from the 10 Commandments. You will get a bunch of these. I highly recommend you bring those home too. You'll see they're really big and kind of different shaped. They're really rectangular, but these are great for swaddling, especially when they're newborns. And you'll notice probably in the hospital that they actually swaddle them in 2 blankets. Those are yours. You can take those with you. Handy swaddle blanket. Highly recommend them. Obviously they're not cute, so if you're gonna do pictures, feel free to bring your own swaddle, but I love those and I love having pictures of my kids in them. Another thing that you're gonna get from the second they come out of you, before they even have a diaper, is a little hat. Now, my hospital does these where it doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, you get this little striped one. I've seen some that were really cute that like the girls have little bows. My daughter didn't get one of those, but these are still really sweet. I keep at least one from each of my kids. They also will provide you onesies or little shirts to wear under the swaddling. So with my sons, these are the kind of shirts they had. These are great because they have little built-in hand guards, and newborns, oh my goodness, they scrape up their face, their little nails come out. Shoot. You should have a few of these. Take them home. They're really sweet and they'll remind you of that time. When I've gone to the hospital, I have literally just brought a going home outfit for my children. Now for my daughter, who, if you saw her birth story, I'll link that up there, was born on Christmas, I actually had this great onesie that she got that said, "Too cute," and it's Rudolph. One of the last things that my hospital provides is we call them a boppy. People call them pacifiers, passies, binkies. I don't know why we started calling them a boppy, but that's what we call them. They provide the soother style ones, the soothy ones. None of my kids would take a boppy. They took them a little bit, but with each child, they took them progressively less. Which was so sad. I was actually one of those moms who I'm like, please just take the pacifier. Your hospital will provide them. And I highly encourage you to take advantage of that because they're nice and they're good for that age. So anyway, this is what your hospital provides for you. I hope seeing all these things in person, well, not in person, but before you get there will be helpful. You can also make a list and ask your providers, your hospital, if they do provide these things so you know if you need to bring anything else. Again, they also provide wipes. If I remember correctly, there was some diaper cream. They provided olive oil. Now here's the thing with the olive oil. You can use it for your nipples when you start nursing, but you can also put a little coat on your baby's bottom so that when they are having their meconium poops, which are like thick tarry poops, it doesn't stick as bad and it's a lot easier to get off. Little tip. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. If you are enjoying these pregnancy and birth videos, please let me know. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to ring the bell. Get notifications of when I put out new videos. I'm going to be doing a couple more pregnancy videos, a couple more what do I have in my diaper bag, things like that for new moms, because I know right now a lot of moms are struggling with all of the pandemic stuff that's going on, and I want you guys to feel empowered and confident about what you can feel empowered and confident about, and being prepared for your baby, knowing what you can expect. Those are things I can help with. So glad you're here. Looking forward to some new series we're going to be starting. Stay tuned. Bye, mamas.